The last 7-8 months have been an absolutely fascinating journey, an absolutely fascinating exploration into this whole new, this brave new young world of digital, handheld, mobile content consumption. Prime time is dead. Newspapers in the morning and radio in drive time and TV in the evening. This was the standard way our day would break out. That's gone. This device, you are forever connected. It's prime in the morning, it's prime when you're driving, it's prime when you're at work, it's prime when you're at lunch, it's prime when you're on a date, it's prime when you're at home, and it's prime just before you go to sleep, and it's prime when the first thing that you wake up. So it's really created its own prime time. The home page is dead. As I said, all audiences are now coming into the story pages. It's all lateral infusion into content consumption. The original versus exclusive debate, frankly, is dying. Audiences don't care. So that line between an expert and a journalist is blurring very, very fast. A journalist will have to become an expert in his or her area because he's no longer required or she's no longer required to do an FIR. The FIR is coming by itself, and therefore audiences are looking for greater expert opinion. So if you are a reporter on terrorism, then you better become half an expert on what the ISIS is, what the Al-Qaeda is, etc., etc.
Tell me more about, I was really interested in terms of language. You talked about a different form of language, a different texture. Tell me more about exactly just the day-to-day mechanics of what you're talking about, how that is really evolving in what you are talking about here to what we have at the moment.
The language has to become the language of the young, and therefore it has to become somewhat more telegraphic. It has to become edgier. It has to have an opinion built into the language itself. You've got to be taking a stand. Some of those very bland, on the one hand, on the other hand, kind of headlining that, or kind of that we were brought up with.
Yeah.
That is changing because the audience has a point of view, and that point of view is something they resonate with. So it's. I mean, I think the only word is younger.